my first time streaming with a brand new internet connection. So if everything goes tits up and pear shaped, you know what happened.
Just a fifth
But
member.
hello everyone and welcome to this special episode of the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. I am once again joined by my erstwhile companions, Flynhammer,
Hello.
the mighty High Fleet Moloch.
Bada, bada, bada.
Oh, does anyone else get an echo off Marco?
I just
was-
got one.
No.
That was rather effective. I don't know, it sounded great. And
Thank you.
our good buddy Hydra. How you doing, Hydra?
Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, you didn't
Now
get a
I feel
cool
like
echo,
a
unfortunately.
shit for not doing anything fancy.
Is anyone in the chat or just on top chat? Does no one give a shit about our shit? Because everyone's
No
already
one is
seen this
here yet.
all. Everyone's already seen. We have 0 concurrent viewers. Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah,
What
our
did I do?
last one was pretty bad, let's be honest.
Oh, apparently our last one was so bad that no one wants to watch this.
Well,
I'm just a little worried because what?
Did we talk about 40k or models at all in our last stream? I don't think so. I mean,
Maybe
it was fun for me, but well.
No,
Yeah.
I think we talked about a lot of life stuff, but we will definitely be talking about models and 40k on today's stream.
We
Make
have
up for it, what?
Fetus.
Oh, Felix is here. Felix, thanks for
Yay.
being our only viewer. In fact, it's not even registering you as a viewer. It's saying that you're a view. We have 0 concurrent viewers. Oh, Brett's here too. Okay, so YouTube's
Yay.
lying to me. Who cares?
And Diana.
Oh my, look. Oh, what good friends we have. Thank you.
Good. Oh,
Guys, this
good.
thing in my face. All right. So thank you for joining us on this #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet. Felix, Brett, Diana, at least. Oh, and I even have the chat all fucked up.
And Tom's here.
Uh,
Hello,
we-
Tom.
Oh, Tom's here too. We're glad to have all of you joining us this evening. And we're glad that definitely no one looked at any of the LVO stuff already. They've been saving themselves for this moment. Isn't that's bullshit? Has anyone not seen it yet? Simon, have you not seen it yet?
I have actually, in preparation, I did my homework. I even went to the Games Workshop shop website and have a look at things. So I saw them all.
Good man. But did you do the homework that I forgot to set?
Except for the Space Marines. I did not look at them because everyone was making fun of them anyway.
So you already saw them, basically.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, we're gonna look at the Space Marines tonight, so you can look forward to having another great view of them. My camera also hates me. One sec. This one of these. Okay. Yeah. So our point, what we're gonna do tonight is that Marco had expressed an interest in talking about Tyranid rumors, because there have been a couple of Tyranid rumors rattling around. Then Games Workshop saw fit to go and have like a preview late last night or early this morning, depending on what part of the world you're in. And we established that the only person in this chat who watched it live is Marco. Are you the only one who watched it live?
No, I watched some of it. And fell
Yeah.
asleep.
And you were asleep. We went over
I
this. You were
woke up,
asleep,
fell
buddy.
asleep, woke up, fell asleep.
It doesn't
Okay.
count.
Is there anyone here who didn't sleep through the preview? Let's put it that way.
Brett didn't.
Oh yeah, it's probably awesome for Brett. Perfect timing. Down under. Simon, what were you gonna say about watching it live? You had a point that you were making.
Yeah, I was wondering why anyone would do that. Because yeah, you see the results online so quick afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
So why would I stay up at, as you said, until Vampire Hour and watch that live on the internet?
Well, for us it was 7 o'clock, so it wasn't really midnight.
Okay, for us, I didn't pay attention, and yeah, and I kind of I understand that you can preview things and make them kind of exciting to an audience that is basically exclusive. For example, as Infinity does. Well, Corvus Belli does. When they preview things like on LVO stuff, they have it for the audience who is there to honor that they made it there and show them very first. And then I think a day or two later, the official pictures come out. And until then, everything is blurry shit from people taking photos in pretty shit lit, everyone's getting excited about things. And then 2 days later, it's like, here is the results. Yeah. And I cannot really understand why I would stay up and watch that online, because I see a point of having an audience and the audience being excited and whatnot. It's like watching soccer at home, because you can get excited by that or you don't, depending on how much you're into that. But
My mic isn't even on. God damn it.
Well, I've got the perfect segue from what you're saying, Simon.
Oh,
They
yeah.
actually still do that, where they have the whole announcement at the LVO, because actually on the
okay, Flynn,
stream.
tell me more about this. So do
They
they actually like just take that live video and put it on a screen?
No. So they actually said it on the stream. This was already announced earlier today at the LVO. They
Really?
actually, so they're doing what it sounds like from what they said on the stream, was that they're doing what they used to do with the
Which
announcements.
is like the in-person
They
previews,
do
right?
the
That's what you mean by
in-person
the
preview first, and then they do the stream a few hours after.
Yep.
Do it all then, because you're going to get, as you said, Simon, you're going to get those blurry photos of the reveal when everything else go out. So
Okay.
this is what Games Workshop is doing to get on top of it. Of, well, we know this stuff's going to get sent around. Why don't we
Yeah.
do our stream just like we did during COVID, where we couldn't have the announcements and everything properly at the events?
Yeah.
We'll keep doing
It's
it
actually like,
because it drives
I think it's really great that they're doing it.
Okay.
Because
So I take my comment back and replace it by probably I don't care enough.
yeah,
If I would stay
that's
with
fine too.
if I would stay with the imagery of soccer, I don't care for soccer, so I wouldn't want to see a match. And when the World Cup was on, I just didn't care. I didn't follow up any teams. I didn't follow up any results. It was to me as if it was not happening at all.
But Simon, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If me, Marco, Flynn, Felix, Brett, Diana, and Tom were having a Super Bowl party, or shit, what's it called? World Cup party. And we're like, hey, Simon, we got some beer. Why don't you come over and hang out with us? The World Cup or something is going to be on TV, but you come hang out with us. Would you come?
Yeah, because I would come to hang out with you, not to, not to
Welcome
see
to the
what-
purpose of XENOS Watch. This is what we do this for, so that we can watch mediocre previews, but have fun because we're with each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
and hopefully see some Xenos.
Nah.
Yeah. So Simon, since you were the one that was least excited to come to this party, why don't you tell us what part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion we're coming to everyone from today?
Oh shit. We are coming from his we're coming from his desk, where he just left the note that he's leaving Games Workshop because he cannot stick to its way of doing things anymore.
Okay. On that note, let's get into some LVO nonsense and get disappointed. Is there more to it?
Sorry,
was there more, Simon, that you were going to say?
Nope, that's it. We're coming from his work desk.
We're coming from the sheet of paper underneath the sheet of paper. That's the letter to Games Workshop about how he's leaving.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we've all seen this before, I'm going to expect that everyone has made very detailed notes that they want to share with the audience.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, we're very professional.
For sure.
So the point of XENOS Watch is that we want to watch these previews together in the hope that we're going to see some cool XENOS models. And when we invariably do not see any cool XENOS models, because fucking Space Marines, as you see here, we have each other to talk about the models with and talk about the XENOS models we wish we had seen, which is why we want to get through this quickly, because Marco made us promise that we would talk about Tyranid rumors, so we need to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good?
Yep.
On that note, Space Marines. So we got a big chunky dreadnought boy, and we got some dudes with some missile launchers. This is all coming out as part of a box set, like Strike Force Augustus. Does anyone else notice that a lot of stuff in this is coming in useless box sets so that Games Workshop can push a bunch of other models on you
Well,
you didn't want to just buy on their own?
welcome to the new system of a paywall.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. Look at the new Cadians. Look at when they did the Sisters Battle.
Right.
Everything,
Yeah.
even the Eldar models, you had to get some chaos with them, but everything that was new was in a box together. So that's what they're doing. They're pushing everything in one big box, make people buy it, and then a couple months down the line, it'll be out of the box separate, and you'll be able to buy it. Now,
Okay, so
Yeah.
just
Simon, go.
just because because I don't care much. If I would love that Cybot for whatever reasons, and if I wanted to have that for my Blood Angels because I like Furioso Cybots, I would need to get the ugly little fuckers there as well. Because
For a
they're
time.
The initial release.
potentially.
oh shit. Okay.
The reason why I say potentially is because you will get people who will buy the box to deliberately split it.
Yeah,
So you
but
could pay up to buy that.
let's try to work it the way as Games Workshop wants us to work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll have to buy that box for about. How long has that Cadian box been? Cadians, what they're out about?
It wasn't that long. It was only about a month.
It's about a month, so you have to wait a month to be able to wait to get the new Redemptor on its own.
And
But
then you would
Hey.
probably have to pay like
30.
comparatively laughably much money.
I think it might be priced about the same as the current Redemptor Dreadnought, unless what they do is they throw it all into one box because.
No, I think he means buying the whole box is
Oh, yeah.
the waste of money.
But as I mean is if they're going to combine the Redemptor, because that will be the Redemptor's currently 2 sprues. With the Redemptor, it's got obviously the arm's different, but if you notice the legs, they've actually got a different armor panel on there. And
Oh
I think
yeah, I didn't notice this because I don't know much about Space Marines, but yeah, like it's got the new claws. It's got like 2 power fists you can deploy on it. It's got some weird armor on its hips.
Yeah.
It's got a stubber up top, and then it's also got weapons mounted on either side of the chest. I think they had that before, but now they're like multi-meltas or
Yeah, they're different weapons.
heavy bolters.
So
Okay.
It's hard to see the difference because it's so close to the other one.
Yeah, but it's as I said, the hip bit, the top of the knee pads, that's different. I think the actual chest piece is different. The arms are different. The whole
Okay, let's not go too far down this path. There's a lot to talk about, and the real interesting thing that everyone's talking about today is these blasty boys here.
Right, I've got 2 things about these.
What about them?
So
you, Joe.
Oh, no,
I'm gonna get there, Simon. Don't worry.
Yeah. 2 bits about it. So one, that's one of the. So it's actually 3 bits. This has actually now done the oldest current rumor engine.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, because you see at the top of it, the X on the top of it.
Oh, gotcha.
Fun bit is
okay, cool.
That's one of it. Second bit, this is also one of the New Year's previews where you did say devastating Marine.
Yeah.
And the third bit is, which we'll link into later on in the stream, when they did one of the rumors, I think about a year ago, with the whole NIDS are coming out and everything, they also said in those rumors there was going to be new Devastator Primaris. We have technically these are the missile launcher Devastator Primaris. So that's
all right. So, I want to hear what everyone thinks of them.
Shit,
Johnny Five's third.
I cannot even start.
Hold on. Where do I start? Okay, well, here's what the community thinks about them. In case you haven't seen this stuff in my my story today, I did a little summary. So we got Mo here from The Simpsons with his everything gun on a gun, which is a good approximation. And then this is actually one that I made, but I stole this from Valrak. I was watching him earlier today, and he referred to them as the t-shirt cannons that you see at like sporting games.
Everyone does.
We got
actually.
the Dallas Spurs here with the t-shirt cannon. And then we got this tricksy man here launching his net gun at somebody. Probably gonna fire some nets at the end of those things. And then of course we got Symbio Joe. This is copyright Symbio Joe, as I like to steal everything brilliant that he does. But he was like, "Oh man, so much for Johnny 5." I don't even know if that was the one he was talking about. It could have well been this one, like the two barrels side by side, the 2 and the 2 to make the 4. That might be a better Johnny 5. But you know, they all work pretty well for making the most adorable little robot.
Yeah.
Is that I think there was one more. Oh yeah. And then Koska Made went with the mask with his giant hands of guns. I was actually thinking these guys would make great obliterators because they already have that like gun growing on gun action.
I also saw someone referring to them that, or making kind of a point that the looters, the orc looters, are kind of envious now.
Oh, because all the guns are on the guns?
Yeah, because they pretty much look like the looters from back then, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, there was one more. Element 5. Element, what the fuck? Fifth Element reference. The Gary Oldman character with his super gun that like shoots nets and missiles and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've just found the rumor engine one.
Oh, cool. Marco.
Yeah.
As someone who actually owns Space Marines and has a force of Death Watch, will you be adding these to the ranks of your Death Watch?
The honest truth is, the internet tends to polarize into black or white. So yeah, all the hyperbole today, everyone laughing about these. I'm absolutely 100% sure that if you and me saw the original Jess Goodwin sketch for these, they wouldn't look as stupid. I'm 100% sure that Jess has done a sketch for them, and the sketch works for some reason, but these don't quite work. I think there are a couple of reasons. The whole high-tech tactical thing about the Primaris doesn't really work here at all.
How do you mean?
Well, Primaris are
this looks pretty high-tech.
Yes, that's what I meant. I mean, Primaris all look more tactical, high-tech than the Gothic Space Marines they used to be. So it fits the theme. And I think they wanted to expand the whole visual alphabet for 40k a bit with these newer missile launcher styles. Because back when 40k was invented, missile launchers looked different, and this is how missile launchers look these days. Actually,
those like pizza slice missile launchers with the triangles on the front, those still look cool. And those still look weird.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think these launchers would have worked better when you if they had been on Gravis armor, the heavier armor.
Yeah. There's some people who did some. Oh, I posted one. Somebody did like a Photoshop where they mounted the stuff on like Gravis armor arms, and like that already works better for me. Like split the gun across like the two different arms.
Yes, the backpack is total shite. They should have used a bigger, more believable backpack specialized for this kind of ammunition. I have no idea.
That's the question I have for you. So that ammo belt feeding in, that looks pretty much like a plasma energy belt or maybe a heavy bolter.
Yeah.
How are the missiles entering into the missile launcher from that belt? And what is that belt attached to on the back?
I was just about to say that. This makes no sense at all.
And how on earth are they reloading those laughably large weapons? It reminds me sort of the like warfare during the Napoleon age, where you had to put your weapon down and stuff something up front and then load everything and then shoot again. Like there's this one dude who has the most stupid pose for every missile launcher. Well, it's sadly very common.
Straight in the air?
Who holds it upwards and shoots with his pistol. For fuck's sake, this is...
Oh, that guy.
They have the biggest fucking gun and I'm shooting with my pistol. Yes. But
I need precision.
Yeah. So how on earth are they surviving long on the battlefield. They shoot their missiles, like the one dude is shooting it once, and afterwards
Yep.
they have the small thing below it, which is empty because the ammo belt doesn't go anywhere. It's just attached to the backpack, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, the ammunition thing goes for most Marines, most 40k models. I mean, how many
Yeah.
magazines does a normal soldier carry into battle these days? How many magazines does a Marine have? One extra magazine, if at all.
Right.
Yeah,
Good
but
point. Good point.
doesn't like 1,000 different things fit in there?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, these guys are a mess and the community hates them. So I don't know how they got through design.
Yeah.
Some notes that I made about them. I feel like the Primaris design aesthetic is everything as a pistol or everything as a rifle. Because like when I guess they kind of like the Gravis guys that have the multi-meltas, they're more kind of like slung in their hips sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone else, they just keep giving them bigger and bigger rifles. Like the those Gravis armor dudes that come in the box with these guys, where they have like the heavy bolter rifles, and they're like this big.
Oh,
Yeah, that would be better armor for these guys.
I've already got an
I don't know.
idea.
It's just a mess. What's your
Gun
idea?
swaps.
Oh
Basically,
yeah.
put the missile launcher weapons on the Gravis guys.
That's what I said.
Gravis on. Yeah.
Yeah,
done.
we already talked about that. Someone did the Photoshop for you.
Oh, cool.
One notes that I had, apparently these weapons are indirect fire, so it makes even less sense for them to be like wielding them like a rifle, because like you could basically shoot them up over a wall, and wouldn't that be better on your shoulder or on your back or something like that?
Guard.
Like why do I need to sight with a rifle for an indirect fire weapon?
They're Hive Guard now, because Hive Guard have
Oh,
indirect
right.
fire. So they've not just done.
Mhm.
So Marines have taken away Fire Dragons, the Orc Looters, and Hive Guard, all three in one go. No, not so two in one
There you
go,
go.
but three. But
The other thing here is that it says that they can be equipped with frag missiles or crack missiles or something. And it makes it sound like the fact. Oh, where the hell was it? I don't know where I read it.
they've actually said which one it is as well. I think.
Yeah, but think
Frag
about that,
the
because
smaller
in
ones.
I don't know if this is my experience, but like I haven't played Marines lately, but back when I was playing Marine or something like Marines that had missile launchers, you had both crack and frag missiles with you, and you would just choose which one you were going to use.
Nothing you actually have
But here it says like you can make them with a choice of super frag or super crack rocket launchers. That leads me to believe that you can't have both. You either choose crack or you choose frag before the mission.
Yeah, it's. But I think because
Not
now
before the mission, when you build the model.
Yeah, because now it's they will have different weapon profiles completely.
Yeah, but actually that's the same principle you have on all Primaris kits. I mean the Primaris intercessors, the Gravis ones, the Headblasters all have three different weapon options, which you have to model on the gun. So it's par for the course.
No, but don't you remember back in the day, you'd use a missile launcher, you always had frag and crack?
Yes, exactly. But as I said, all the Primaris troops have these specialized guns, which you have to adapt in your list and in your modeling before you enter the game normally. I mean, I wouldn't care if I would play the game.
Oh yeah, they have like those different bolters, right?
Exactly.
Where they like you swap out like a center. Oh right.
And it goes for
Simon,
for
what were you gonna say?
The Headblasters, the Intercessors, the Heavy Intercessors, those at least.
The Auto, the Stalker, and I cannot remember what the third one is.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a missile launcher from this kit that I actually liked, it would be this one. Because it's not just two big shoe boxes strapped on the sides. Like, this gun is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Could be better. But this one's slightly better for me.
I like the smallest caliber with the 4 missiles.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't like the one shots
and then
as well as you do.
No.
I think it's so weird for Space Marines because the whole tech thing. When you think about bolters and all the other design language, everything is like full of plates and crusts and rivets and cables and whatnot. And then you look at those rocket launchers who are basically, as you said, a shoebox that doesn't fit for and having those hatches up front that pop open.
Yeah, so stupid. So stupid.
It's like,
Well, this is no,
well,
as I don't know who was
Simon?
it, but someone said those weapons look weirdly modern for
Yeah.
for like an organization that is lighting its candles in the cathedrals who are their spaceships.
but
do
this is
you know
just
what
what I said. The Primaris lines isn't about that. I mean, just look at the Phobos Primaris ones. The guys with the knight armor. Primaris were designed to look more high tech and less gothic.
Yeah.
I like it. I like
So,
that, but this doesn't work for me.
But
yeah,
you're
but
saying that
it fits into the basic idea, and I'm sure it's a just thing actually.
it's the
You think
flaps
so?
is making me think of, you know, when people get those sunglasses that they flick
Yeah.
down to have the shades
Yeah.
and they just
Oh,
flicked
Yeah.
it up. That's what I'm
You
just
know what?
seeing
You know
right
what,
now.
Flynn? You just launched 1,000 conversions because people are going to take these and put them on models as flip up sunglasses. Wait, listen. We've been talking a long time. Folks in the chat, I see. Well, Felix, Brett, Diana, Tom, anyone else who's on the who's watching, let us know what you think about
Oh,
the
they
Marines.
have been. They have been.
What the heck? Why am I not?
Yours is not working. I was going to tell you
Oh,
earlier. But yeah.
whoa! It just like holy wow, that was weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you saw me.
I'm
Here, I can
just
watch
trying to
myself
get
do it on the recording.
James Mahood. Welcome. We didn't say welcome to you earlier. Them missiles look like trash. Felix says Auspix Tactics had a nice slide with the old and new Dreadnought side by side with some minor differences. Tom Wilson, they look ridiculous, but I kind of love them. James Mahood says 11-year-old made them. Brett
Yeah,
goes, I love that the Imperium is
Yeah,
taking design notes from Orcs.
yeah,
Vermis 2 and the 2 equals 4. That makes 5. Brett Evans, Chaos Marines with missile launchers still get both frag and crack.
nice.
I think there is going to be something in the Space Marine 2.0 codex whenever that drops, or what I think it's going to be now is the new edition that they'll get the codex. They won't bother doing a 2.0 codex now, and that's a Flynn hat theory.
yeah.
Do you know what? So Verma says, do you know what you do if you can only model one type of rocket on the middle? You buy twice the amount of minis, buy more, buy. I'm thinking there's more like at some point Workshop will if Workshop was smart, they would start putting like little divots into the model so you could put magnets in, and Workshop would sell you specific size magnets for each model. That would be
And
the
sell
way
you the magnet? No, they can always sell more kits. Why would they do that? That's so silly.
they could
That's
sell
the
you
worst
more,
practice.
but they don't sell you enough magnets for enough models. So you have less magnets
Oh
than you have
my
models.
god.
It makes sense. It's like why do hot dogs come in packs of 8, but buns come in packs of 10?
Oh, that would be insidious. Let's not create something like that for miniatures. I feel like there is something like that for Warhammer miniatures, but I just can't remember what it is.
Oh,
It's something to do with demons. And like you have to get like 8 corn demons, but you have to buy like 10. Didn't we do this math? But if you have
84
5
demons,
berserkers in
yeah.
a box, you need to get
Oh,
8. To get even 8, you have to buy 8 boxes or something.
yeah. Just very quickly on this very quick segue we're on right now.
Okay, we need to get off this. Like,
It's just 2 seconds. They
go ahead.
announced the whole thing with
Who's there?
with Angron saying in 8 weeks, 8 days, and 8 hours after he is killed, he comes back. So
Mhm.
I went and did, okay, how many seconds is that? Okay, it's whatever way you try and break it down, it doesn't come out to like 8 of any sort of thing. And it's just like, what was the bloody point of him saying 8 weeks, 8 days? It's 9 weeks,
Because they're
1 day.
8s. They're
Yes, but
8.
it's like, don't bother to do 8 weeks, 8 days because it's 9 weeks, 1 day, regardless of what way you do it.
Okay, stop. Just stop.
Anyway,
Stop.
yeah.
Stop. It's Games Workshop. It doesn't make any fucking sense. All right, what's going on in the chat? Brett's saying I would never play against someone who actually cares about which missile launcher was modeled. I agree.
Yeah.
Brett, he likes them, but he has no regard for realism, which is cool. Bargaste, I hate to say it, but I like the new heavy weapon guys. Oh, Bargaste! Oh, damn, that hurts. Eric Christensen, Metal Beardy Beard, is definitely making a Johnny 5. We need that in our life.
Yes.
And then Bargaste said, I wouldn't have minded if they'd gone with the old Jess Devastator concepts. I don't know these Jess Devastator concepts. I gotta go look them up.
I do. I'm not a fan.
Oh, Bargay says that Games Workshop sells Titans with magnet slots. I didn't know that.
Did you know that
News to me?
War Machine is doing that?
Oh, cool.
I don't care much for War Machine, honestly, but what I like is that they have, as you needed to have all those different kind of warjacks to build for different loads out. You nowadays with their new launch, you just have to buy them like one box. You have all the weapon options in there, and they redesigned all the models as 3D renders. They are now fitted with magnet slots, so you just have to glue in the magnets and you're good.
Nice.
Cool. Here's what we want. Okay, apparently these are Jess's Devastator sketches.
Oh, you beat me to it.
They look more like Terminators. They look like all the stuff is like built into their armor.
That looks like a chaplain.
They look like the aggressors we just had with Primaris.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Thanks for folks in the chat telling us what you think about Marines.
Throw them.
Oh, wait. One thing I wanted to mention. This dude right here, the captain, he doesn't offend me. I think he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. All right. Next, we don't really have to spend too much time on this, but they revealed that Vashdor is going to be coming in the same box as Azrael, and that he's going to be mounting an assault on the rock, which is kind of cool. Like their home base is getting assaulted by Chaos. Once again, Games Workshop has decided to put the two models you want in a box with a bunch of nonsense you don't care about. Although, like, I feel like the Chaos side wins out. I think they've got better models, but I do like Chaos better than Marine, so who knows?
I disagree with you on the Chaos side.
Why's that?
Because you've got the Obliterators and the Venom Crawler, which you
can only buy them in a box together. They've got that weird thing where they're all in the same sprue.
Because they were on the same sprue in the Shadow Spear box, and that's what's annoyed me more of it. It's you still haven't made them separate from each other. They're completely separate unit entries, and you've got to do that. I do like they put the new Chaos.
I think they're both cool models, though.
No, they're cool, but it's just why are they not on separate sprues yet? It's been like 2 years. They should already be on separate sprues.
Flynhammer. Flynhammer.
Yes.
Death Watch Overkill. We're done. Simon, Marco, what do you think about we already talked about Vashdor, I think, and we all loved him, right?
Yes, absolutely. Awesome. Great model.
Do you have anything strong that you need to say about how they're being released with the Dark Angels, or the Dark Angels being attacked, or that time you dated a Dark Angel?
Yeah, well, it's a cheap shot at getting a paywall so you get Azrael and Vashdor. So yeah,
agree.
Not true.
Agreed.
Also, I'm totally sure those Terminators. Well, it's rumored that Primaris Terminators will be in the new box in the summer.
Yeah, so these will be obsolete in about 6 months.
Yeah, this is old stock they're trying to shift, I think.
Marco, those rumors are they're firstborn Terminators. They're not Primaris Terminators.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Bigger.
They're bigger, but they're not Primaris at all. They are just Terminators.
This year or in summer?
In summer.
No, in summer.
Yes, I heard the rumor. I don't believe one word.
Yeah. The other thing is, because this is book 3 and it's Dark Angels, there are 2 other rumors going around. Obviously, it's either going to be Dark Angels or Blood Angels in the box for 10th edition, and the line is coming back. And I have a feeling either at the end of this book or something at the beginning of 10th, with all the rumors going around that the line is coming back, Lionel Johnson, that this is going to be something that helps kick it all off to bring him back.
Yeah, that's been talked about a lot, and the fact that they're starting to lean into Dark Angels, that would go for it. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say about this, but definitely more of the bundle in the stuff you want with stuff you don't want, so that we can hopefully shift some stock.
It's like the Space Wolf, the Gazgul box when Gazgul came out. You had to get
Yeah,
everything out in
exactly. Yeah.
months.
Interestingly, they didn't do one of those for Tyranids, did they? Like they could have done that with the parasite, but then they just gave us the parasite.
Absolutely. Weird.
But at the time, the setting, the scenario didn't really warrant it. That's why.
Okay. So what are people saying in the chat? God damn it. Sorry, I'll be back. You guys talk about shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for chat. Vermis, watch the Vashtor. Vashtor is basically he wants to be the fifth Chaos God, and he's basically all about tech.
Get on the front porch. That's okay. Yeah, thank you.
Uh,
I'm gonna be going in very soon.
yeah.
Thanks.
So Bargo says, I enjoy the Arc of Omen bit where he teams up with Abaddon. To be honest, I haven't even bothered paying attention to any of the Arcs of Omen storyline. I'm waiting until they just go, yeah, it's out, then read it.
Hello.
Vermis says, I
Sorry about that.
kind of like those mechanical wings. What do you guys think about them?
Damn cool.
Eilish.
They look like scything. Oh, are you joking? Because they look like scything talons?
No, they're stylish. I like them.
Oh, I wonder if that was Vermis's joke.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not David is here. Missed that bit.
Woo!
He did say, okay, did you all think Vashtor would be that big? To
I think
be
they made him
honest,
look pretty tall.
I did think he'd be about the size of a demon prince. I didn't think he was going to be that big, based off sort of like
It's
the
because he's a
base,
lanky boy.
based off sort of the base size we saw him on. Like he's about the same size I thought roughly he'd be. I didn't think he was going to be like Be'lakor size or like even any of the other greater demons.
Yep.
Well, he has eaten all his cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really, because his skin is stretched over his mechanical body.
That's
Yeah,
he's
well,
been eating a lot of iron.
Yeah, it was cereal. That's why.
Dwarfenage is here. Hello. He
Oh,
wants to know what we've covered
we got
so
a step
far.
ahead of Dwarfenages here.
So we have covered the first reveal of the Space Marines. That's it so far.
Just Marines, Marines, and more Marines.
Yes.
And the Chaos Demon. Wannabe.
Now the Chaos Demon Prince thing. Wannabe.
Well, he wants to be a god. That's the thing. He's a demon already.
Who doesn't?
Me, I don't care for godhood.
Really?
Ouch.
Yeah. Think of how
No,
how boring the eternity is when you have, you know.
Damn it, you would have been our strongest candidate around here.
Oh shit.
Just be a perpetual. It's more fun. A never die.
I probably missed it. You guys probably already talked about it, but Bargas mentioned how Vashtor is nice and spindly, and I don't think that that's something we've got a lot of from Games Workshop. We get a lot of like chonk.
Yep.
And kind of like medium chonk. We don't get much spindle.
I would not agree.
I disagree. Yeah.
No?
There's been a lot of spindle.
I think if you well, maybe it's just my perspective, but the way as I see it, comparing Games Workshop kits to other things, to other companies, Games Workshop is like in plastic models really the king of spindle.
This is true.
Yeah.
Of details at least, huh?
Yeah, and of thin. I mean, not everything is thin with Games Workshop, God forbid, but
Yeah.
they have like super thin, super crisp things. Like
Yeah.
I recently bought a few of the Nightgaunt models.
Yep.
And holy shit, they are tiny. Well, they are thin and long and elegant and incredibly good.
Yeah, Dwarfenage is just commenting that they're doing a lot of spindly stuff for Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the 2 reasons why?
Why?
One is a legitimate reason.
Oh, Flynfoil hat because it's harder to cast.
One is the casting process they have has improved so much. They can do it so thin to make the models better, to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Two, as you just said, it is harder to recast those models.
No.
Yeah.
When you know your way around with the resin casting, there's nothing you cannot cast. They are actually making it, as they are producing things in frames, in plastic frames. There's nothing easier for a professional caster to take one of those frames and make a resin mold of it, because you have the mold lines already there. A recaster doesn't have to find its way around to, well, from what I know, at least how with my limited casting experience, one of the most time-consuming things is to find out which layer to put where and what's up and what's down and where to make the mold line. But with the frames, you just have to, take the frame, squeeze it into the putty on one side, pour silicone on the other side, turn it around. Of course, it's more sophisticated than that, but you don't have to think about what flows and all that.
Oh, I know, but I agree with completely what you're saying. But it's the quality of resin that is used for the actual casting doesn't work. Like the quality of resin they're using for some of the others, they can't keep all that detail and everything else into it. Like if you look at some of the recasts that you get, you can clearly see that the mold's not good, it's the resin's not clear enough, or once it gets shipped, it cracks and goes into tinier pieces. And they don't actually do a lot of the normal gate. They don't use like the spruce that you would expect. They just go, all right, I'm gonna cut up the sprue into smaller pieces and then make my own gates. That's what I've seen from some of them, and it's just like, why wouldn't you just take the sprue and do it that way?
What you have described is like a typical order from Forge World.
Yep. All right.
Anyway.
So I'm not David is saying he thinks they make everything so thin so they can squeeze more into a single standard sprue frame, which is a good observation. And apparently,
so it just looks better to be able to make thin stuff. I mean, we all remember the times where everything was so chunky, many pieces of the model looked totally toy-like, and things have gotten so much better with perfect injection molding.
You're right.
I would agree with that. It's just like flexing your muscles, because it's something that they have the technology to make that on plastics, what other companies struggle to do in resin. And I think that's the reason why they do it. I think they don't have to. They have reached a point where they are not bound by the material anymore, and I think that's a pretty big achievement, that they can do whatever they want and cast it, and don't have to worry, oh, will we be able to make a mold for that? Will the mold hold? And all that. They just design something and then, cast it. Done.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they still have to worry about undercuts and stuff, but they've gotten so advanced with the way they can slice apart the kits for casting. I agree.
Yeah, and with all the 3D technology they have to make molds and check for undercuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to quickly get through some comments, and then I want to move on because Dwarfenage is here very briefly. Apparently, it's Dwarfenage's 6-month anniversary. Congratulations, buddy! And we don't want to keep him too long, but I do know that as soon as I saw the vampires, I was like, gotta talk to Dwarfenage about these. But just to get through comments, blah, blah, blah. Bargaste is dropping some Arcs of Omen fluff on us. Thank you, Bargaste, because I haven't been keeping up with that. I like that Tom Wilson said, of course the Chaos side of this box is better. The other side is Dark Angels, for God's sake. That might be a little easy to win.
Both Chaos?
Yeah, there's that joke too. Am Not David is saying, by the same note, I've heard the Sanguinor comes in as pseudo Primarch. Listen, I can't keep the Sanguinor and Dante straight because they both have gold armor, right? And like those gold death masks.
Dante's old as fuck.
Yeah.
The Sanguinor is the one with the sword? The gold-plated dude with the sword?
Yeah.
He's the one who looks like an angel, and Dante is the one with the jump pack.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Sanguinor is...
They all look so goddamn much the same.
The Sanguinos, like Celestine, he's a supernatural being. While Dante's just a very old space marine.
And he has the axe.
Oh, maybe I remember that. I'm not David saying that Sanguinor might come back as a pseudo Primarch. So like Vashtor, maybe.
More like Calcar.
What else we got? So Vermis likes the wings. Brad Evans says, I honestly thought Vashtor was going to be bigger. Thought he'd be a bloodthirster or something. And Tom Wilson, considering he's a minor god, I'd say he's a bit small. Yeah, bigger is better. Although it is nice to be able to, like, transport him. He's
and
not
for
giant.
conversions.
Yeah.
Nicer.
And Bargeist says, I actually really like Vashtor. His background and the excuse for an army of biomechanical monsters. I like that too. And I feel like a long time ago, there was this rumors of a demon engine army that never really materialized, but I think it came out like in this stuff now. Remember that?
I don't, but I think I can absolutely see it.
Hellbrutes, Defilers, Soul Grinders, the Helldrake and the other one, and the other two big beasties that I can't remember the names of right now. But yeah.
Spider.
No, the Venom Crawler. The other one.
Yep.
The
Mauler Fiend, Mauler Brute, Forge Fiend, something.
Yes, that's both. You said both of them, yeah. The Forge Fiend and the Mauler.
Well, I guess we do finally have an army of biomechanical nonsense. Damn, that's cool.
Throw loads of obliterators in, you're done.
Oh, it's pretty good. Yeah, we went through that. Oh, you want to read the one by Tom Wilson, Flynn?
GW cast all models and resin for heavy metal, box art, army painters, etc. That's according to Peachy. Because obviously Peachy's left Games Workshop. He now has his channel, The Painting Phase. We kind of already knew that, seeing as Marco got the early versions of the 4th edition Hive Tyrant and Carnifex, and you said you got them in the resin?
No, Marco got a resin version of a pewter Hive Tyrant. He didn't get a resin version of a plastic Hive Tyrant.
Oh, yeah.
But I have a resin version of a Harlequin, or I used to have one.
Oh.
And of a Dark Elder Warrior. Just gave both to me.
Oh, and guess what I just recently got this week?
Jammy bastard.
One of the test copies for the pewter Hive Tyrant.
Nice.
How do you know it's a test copy? Oh, it's in resin?
Yep, it's in resin and it's not in the fine cast resin.
Nice.
The person I've bought it from is an ex-GW employee, and he's got loads of these test casts for.
Well, but that's what I used to. What I used on my Hafid Ouroboros Flying Hive Tyrant, which was very handy because it was much lighter than the metal one back then.
That's why it stays up so easily.
Yep.
But I'm not even saying it's a shame 40k can't monster mash like Age of Sigmar. Have you ever heard of the Carnifex army?
Yeah, we got some monster mashing going on in Tyranids, right?
Yeah. You can have a whole Carnifex army. You have Old One Eye as the leader, and then you take every single Carnifex in like the 3 data sheet rule. But then you get 2 large.
One day.
Then you can take a 4 data sheet. 1 day for who? I can do it now.
What I wanted to add to the demon engine things, what I really like is that he's not running around with Chaos Space Marines. That he has these little cultists going with him.
Yeah.
Yes, that's cool.
And there's some really cool dudes down there. Like when you look at the picture that's on to the very bottom left.
Oh, had you not seen that kit, Simon? I think that kit's already out, isn't it?
Yeah, that's out.
Yeah, I saw it and forgot about it.
So
but
did I actually
see it and I like it, and yeah.
All right.
Is this?
Shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Right. Thanks. Yeah, so we can get Dwarfenage in here. So we're gonna skip. Well, this one's shit. This one I want to talk a lot about. We're gonna skip to Warcry or Dwarfenage, so that Dwarfenage can lay it on us, because Dwarfenage is a big fan of vampires, and there's some vampires up in here. So we got 2 new warbands. What?
Don't you mean vegan
I'm
vampires.
wait, I didn't get to wait. Did they say that? Okay, so I didn't read that part. But the deal is, there's two warbands here. There's like a corn warband that worships flesh hounds. If you think that's a flesh hound, you're wrong. Oh wait, are they called flesh hounds or what are they called?
Bloodhounds.
Bloodhounds? Flesh hounds of corn. There, they worship flesh hounds of corn. And then there versus some vampire warrior monks.
Yeah.
Afflicts this order of warrior monks just like any other vampire, but in order to sate their thirst, they hunt the great beasts of the realm, gorging themselves on primal energies. Oh, okay, so they don't actually drink
Oh
blood.
God,
They drink
the word
energies.
Japanese.
I don't know about Japanese, because like I think when I look at their weapons, like the hooks on the ropes, and then I look at the this spear here, the bladed one, and then this other spear with the odd bulbous end on it, those remind me more of like Chinese martial arts.
Okay.
And but you're right that like the design is kind of like with the flowing robes underneath, could be seen as Japanese. And then there's that one that looks like it's got kind of like the vampire version of a samurai sword.
Yeah.
And now that you mention that, Simon, Marco, when I look at the other model in this picture, to the top left of the person with the katana or whatever, this looks like some kind of weird Japanese oni to me, with the big like rope, like the kind of like fat belly. This model is friggin' amazing.
Also,
But
that's another rumor engine.
which? Oh, there's the
Yeah,
bat
that
or something.
no. So the one that you pointed, you just had it on the screen. It's the one on the top left
The
with the
demon,
long hair,
ghost.
with the spear basically that's pointing out. That's basically the ball covered with the angles.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
weird
that's
one. Yeah.
yeah, that's another rumor engine. I am cheating. I
is?
have got Warburst Kurgan
Yeah, you're ripping it off.
up right now.
So, Orphan is just saying they look like they have more Chinese influences. That's what I picked up on at first. It's unfortunate that the ropes are so thick. I guess they have to do that to avoid them snapping off.
We were talking about how Games Workshop can cast so thinly, and then they show us like what's that? Snake tubes.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think, for God's sake, they wouldn't care about things snapping off, because when you look at those flying dwarves, they have so weird, thin attachments to their airships. It apparently is horrible to transport them.
I shall never know.
Yeah.
So, hold on, I gotta make a joke. So Dwarfin is just saying, but these are the lightest vampire troops we have. Most vampires are heavy plate because they are Blood Knight type guys. That's an interesting comment, that getting some vampires that have more skin showing, less like tough armor.
Yeah.
Uh,
I really like the vibe.
Yeah.
Yep.
The mid-transformation one is brilliant, I think.
Oh yeah, is that so? I think isn't Games Workshop like mixing their vampires and their werewolves together, or like a Vamwolf?
The Vargeist.
That looks like part. It looks like part werewolf to me, but I guess it's a Var. Yeah, you're right, a Vargeist. That's a damn cool model. And like, we talk about open hands. That sucker's got two sexy open hands that could look good on like a Gene Stealer cult kind of creature. And then we've got, there's one more in here. Oh, the other kind of monstery, ghosty, demony thing also has a really great open hand, grasping sort of.
I can honestly have seen these have been planned for Curse City, but then obviously everything that happened. But then again,
good point. That could be the case.
Most things that got planned for Curse City got released like in that interim period where there's no Curse City anymore. It was only meant to be a one-time box.
Okay, so I feel like when I first looked at these on my own, I didn't like them as much as I do now. And I'm glad that I got to take another look at them with you folks, and you helped me appreciate them better. Because honestly, I was just like, oh, you could use those robes for racks, like Dark Eldar racks, but whatever.
But using them as racks is another great idea, because when you change those heads, you have quite drastically differently looking wrecks.
Yeah. Verma says that one with the mace spear has a weird face, like tiny. I did notice that a lot of them look like they have very small faces, like that top one with the hair flying out there. These ones look kind of okay. I think it's just that one, but who knows? Maybe she's leaning way back, and that's what we're seeing. Anyway, yeah, those are those folks. Anyone else have stuff to say?
Nope, they're pretty
Nah,
cool.
nothing
And
at
I
the moment.
and I like that Games Workshop is taking the opportunity and still using that to explore new design lines and new
Yep.
things.
Agreed.
Yep. Dwarfenage is dropping some vampire lore bombs in the chat if you're into it. Dwarfenage taught me everything I know about Warhammer vampires a while back. Lukewarm reception. Thanks for joining. And apparently, Lukewarm would like to make these guys into a Frostgrave warband, Simon. So there you go.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Tom Wilson is not fussed about them.
Is that a drink or is that not a drink? Simon didn't say it.
Oh, because we talked about Frostgrave, but Simon didn't say it? No, Simon's going to talk about Frostgrave. And then we've got these corn people, which I didn't really realize what they were about. Then I started looking at the models. Then I had to go back and read the words because apparently they worship flesh hounds. Like when I saw this doggy boy running on all fours, weird model, but that right hand, which was shown in the rumor engine this week, with the blade and the claws, open hand, that is a beautiful piece right there. Just chop it off at the elbow and put it on whatever you want.
The number of people that thought that was going to be a Skaven piece was ridiculous.
It sucks to be the Skaven.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the guy above him, interesting model, but I like the hook. Of course, I like hooks because I'm into Dark Eldar.
Yeah.
About the only thing I don't like about these guys is how thick their pants are. They seem really bottom heavy. These guys are neat with the skulls over their mouths. What do other people think about these dudes?
I don't like them.
Okay.
I don't have a thing for corn. And it's just they look very cluttered. They look very full. They have all kinds of stuff going on. And the last two with their half masks, they're kind of okay.
Yeah.
Because they don't look so busy, but when you look at the
they don't have
he has like with those chains and those skulls and those plates and those whips and those blah, he's all over the place. They're very busy, and I don't really like that. Maybe the paint job
he's also short.
emphasizes that.
It's to me, it's very. These would look great as a Marauder unit in like Age of Sigmar or even Fantasy. If these models would have been loved by everyone, if there was like, yep, okay, here's some Khorne Marauder models for you guys to play around with. Throw them in with all the other.
They already have those, don't they?
But that's what I see a lot of, like the Khorne, not even just Khorne, just like the Warcry war bands for the Chaos are just like, these are brilliant Marauder models. I just don't.
Well, that's what they did. They made like 8 different types of Marauders, and that's kind of cool. That's where you get like your non good aligned human models.
Yeah, it's just, to me, maybe it's because I'm not really that much into Age of Sigmar or to Warcry at all. It's just maybe they need some bigger things like giants in there, and I might get into it. But
well, what I do like about them, for a change, is they really look like they are hunting you. They're not fighting; they're hunting you. They're tracking you.
Yeah.
And I read in the description, I don't know where online, that they convey the idea that you can run, and they're not fast, but they will find you in the end.
Okay.
I will hunt you down, and I will find you.
Yeah. And they convey that kind of look for me. Also, it has to be said, the guy who has lost it, who's maybe feeling a bit more like a dog than he should, It's a very nice complementary model to an Arbiter's model we shall talk about later.
I think
Uh,
I think Vermis has summed it up perfectly for what I'm feeling is he says, I'm gonna be honest, all these Chaos Warbands for Warcry or whatever just blend into one
Yeah.
in his eyes.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
getting to that point. I think that's what it is. It's okay, here's another Chaos one. Here's
Yeah,
another
it's true.
Chaos one.
I
I
Didn't we just get
understand.
a Nurgle one? Like, I mean, didn't we just get a Khorne one? Why do we need another Khorne one? I don't.
I'm
It's
totally amazed how much design capacity they seem to have for these models,
Yeah.
because they push out so many of them.
I guess they sell.
but I think it's
I
also
also think that that's one of the reasons that they sell. They have a pretty wicked way of having organized play and all those things.
I think it's
Okay.
also
Oh, so selling
smaller.
them because they're competitive?
Yeah, yeah, and then you have to get the newest season, and you cannot. They are using heavily the fear of missing out on them
Okay.
Yeah.
because you can get them just for a short period, and if you want to get them later, that's really tough to do.
Oh,
And
okay, okay.
Oh, not with Warcry. That's more the case with Underworlds.
Yeah,
Underworlds is like that. Warcry, the bands are all available.
okay,
but they did. I think that happened to Walk in either Underworlds where they were like, okay, yeah, they're all gone, and then all of a sudden, yeah, they're all back now again.
But didn't they
And
bring?
it wasn't in
Oh,
that great
in
order.
Underworlds? Because with Warcry,
Yeah.
I think they put away the small teams, and you might only be able to get them in like 20-man squads, where they like double up the gang
yeah,
in the box to try and sell more, I guess. But
Yeah.
okay. Well, then I mixed that. Sorry,
But they did. Oh no,
but
but I know for one of them they did go away for a while, and then they brought them back.
yeah, I think that was Underworlds. But
Yeah.
well,
and then we've
let
got
me
like some more of the creepy trees. Go ahead, Simon.
let's put it differently. For whatever reason they're doing it, I like that they're doing it because yes, on the one side they might at some point look quite as it does. They look quite similar, but they put
Mhm.
like so much effort into them. Like for example, Nikki Grillit, for example, is doing stuff for that. If I recall
For this
correctly.
one, oh, I didn't see that yet.
No, not for this one,
Oh, just Warcry.
but for others.
Yeah,
But they're
yeah,
putting lots of design things into that, and apparently they can. It's lucrative for them. So I'm happy that they explore different design alleys
Yeah.
and see what they
yeah.
can come up with. And looking
Agreed.
and I'm that's what makes me glad because they might find something that people like so much that they turn into a bigger unit or army or whatever direction, and I really enjoy that perspective. And
Yeah.
well, I'm quite surprised that I didn't see it, but Marco is absolutely right. When you flick through those miniatures, you really see them hunting. There's no they're very dynamic, which is weird for
Mhm.
corn. And
Mhm.
those lean forward poses with non-striking weapons is a very rare sight. So
Yeah.
I actually found something I like about them.
Yay!
There you go.
Yay!
And the leader has not only the hound mask, but also two skulls on the left and right. So
The skulls look cool.
he masquerades as the Korn special
Oh,
character.
Cerberus. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah,
Yes,
because
they
there's
have.
the flesh hound with 3 heads, right?
Yeah,
Karnak?
exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, well done, Marco. I totally missed that.
thanks.
nice.
Damn. Okay.
I mean,
All right.
who wouldn't want to worship a blood god and costume as a dog, huh? We all would.
Just before we get
Some
onto
of
this,
them getting more into it than others. And also Tom Wilson made a very good point that how come it's, it could be considered insensitive that the one model that's running around on all fours is the model that they decided to paint with a darker skin tone, but
oh,
But
it's
there are
probably
others with dark skin tone as well.
this guy up here, yes, but yeah, it's a little I see what you're getting at there, Tom. Yeah, these are
well,
decent. I didn't think I was gonna like these as much. Go ahead,
Lukewarm
Lynn.
says, was going to say models designed from Nikki's drawings have been great in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Relay.
Yep. Okay, and then we got those weird flesh trees that I'm not really.
Yeah.
They are
Let's
shite.
go to the next thing.
They look so toy-like.
Yes.
It's totally
Okay,
ridiculous.
so we got. I hate these models, so I just got to talk to Nora for a second. But if you guys want to talk anything about these models, you go right ahead.
Okay.
I got nothing to say.
Which
Which
models
one?
are they? Because we're waiting for the stream to catch up.
Oh, the blood elves. I'm just gonna go mute for a second. You guys
Yeah,
go
I don't
crazy
care
about
either.
the blood
Sorry.
elves for
Uh,
Underworld.
Yeah, I kind of slept through this part, saw the picture, and was just like, yeah, I don't care.
I honestly like him.
Yay.
Yay. I like the gladiatorial style. I
Yeah.
like the nets and the poses, those very dynamic designs. I have never been much of a fan for those masks, but aside from that, they have, I think, super cool poses. I love the one with the shield, looking like the gladiator dude from Gladiator.
Okay. Interesting.
And yeah, they're just super dynamic. And I have picked up the at some point the first what was it, Underworld's Witch Elves box at some point. And as we have been talking about thin cast things, they are super thin and super detailed and super nice. And I think the paint job here makes them look goofier than it needs to be.
I wondered if it was the paint job that wasn't selling me on them.
Yeah, as I said, I would replace the heads, but you can, it's pretty easy to make them look better, because those
Yeah.
non-metallic metal shields and weapons, the metal is too much itself, and the gold is not gold. The gold is whoever did those highlights on the gold made so many highlights that the mask itself looks silver again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
flat.
yeah, it looks flat. It doesn't pick out the highlights. It makes it look flat.
Yeah.
And Bargaze just said the leader has the classic dark elf pose, though. Yes, and I
Yeah.
really like that visual link
But
to the original.
she looks like she's like when I saw her, it didn't look natural. It looked like she's like trying to stand on her tippy toes to put something on a high shelf rather than like thrusting in supplication of whatever. And in that model, it looks like she's got a tactical rock behind her heel.
Yeah.
Which one? Because you're
Anyway,
scrolling through.
The boss, the leader with the knife upheld.
There's two things I've got with these. That model reminds me, for some reason, of it's the Cauldron of Blood. Like it would be
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
that
models saying in the
classic
front.
pose.
Yeah, it's just that pose. But the other bit is with like underworld teams or gangs, whatever they're called, I don't know. And it's like a thing of you've got one amazing looking model, one that is just like, yeah, it's being included in, and then you've got like two that are pretty decent and one that's like mediocre.
Yeah.
For me, these are all just mediocre. And it just breaks that whole, there's no amazing, like we had that Witch Hunter box set, which was like you had the girl who was sliding down something, which looked amazing. You had the guy in like the beefy armor, like you had the dogs, and you had the other guy. They didn't really have like not a great model, but they had like one that looked amazing, second one that looked like close to it, and then mediocre ones. And these ones are just like, yeah, I could
When
just
when you're referring to the previous team, Flynn, Dwarfenage says, I think they used the last Blood Angels digital models, and sorry, I think they used the last Blood Elf models as a template and just replaced the parts digitally. Which
Probably.
there are things in here that look very familiar, but
yeah.
What
apparently
I like
Dwarfenage also said, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, we talked about thin things, and when you look at those straps with the hooks on them, they will be tiny.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Hopefully, but I just have a feeling it might be a little bit thicker, like maybe less than a millimeter thicker
Yeah.
than what you think it is. But I just think with the way they are there, unless it's going to be the legs are two separate pieces, just I have a feeling they're going to be a little bit bigger than what these images are showing.
Okay.
I'm just a bit underwhelmed by them.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones where I did fall asleep.
Yeah.
So
Tom Wilson says definitely a letdown. Them being Underworld's leaders, the only one with anything interesting about them to me. And then Dwarfin says, have you guys noticed that the Underworld's boxes are consistently getting more expensive? I think they announce that flat out that they were going to increase the prices of the Underworld's ones. I didn't think that was like a secret.
it's more
Didn't
like
they say they would increase everything?
yeah, they every
But
year
like
it gets-
those Underworld's boxes are seriously the only thing I buy from Age of Sigmar because the models are so great. And like you can use them for conversions and stuff like that. And because the prices are less expensive than the rest of Games Workshop. But you're right, Dwarfenage, that the price of an Underworld's box for me in Canada used to be like $30. And now it's like creeping up to 50. And 50 is the price that they used to sell 10-man squads for. But now those are selling for 80. So there's all kinds of
speaking
inflation.
of price rises, typically Games Workshop does the price rises March, April time. So get ready for a price hike. But I think they settle about 130 is the maximum they pay on it because for the last two price rises, the knights that have been at £130 have not gone any higher than £130. They just keep it at that.
Oh, nice.
So I think they found their limit and their ceiling.
You know what? I don't want to hype the fear of missing out. That's something that has been really bothering me lately. And yes, they will increase in price, but please don't go and buy something that you don't need.
Yeah. Nora came to tell me that we are having dinner at 20 at the very latest, so I need to be finished here at 15.
All
so
right,
I have
lightning round
less than 20 minutes.
On to the
less
Arabic
than 20
test.
minutes.
Okay.
No, onto this guy. Big fat Simon, you once tried to sculpt one of these into a patriarch. Go. Tell me what you think.
Love it. I love it.
Into a patriarch. What a grand idea.
Love it back and forth.
Got it.
And that's what I wanted to do. Yes.
I have 3 conversion ideas already planned.
Really?
Amazing.
Very quickly.
No,
First
don't
one-
go over them. Just tell us you have 3. No, we don't have time. Marco, what do you think of this?
Yeah, grand. Awesome. Perfect. 10-10.
This was also one of the previews that we saw at the beginning of the year. They did like a spinny on this.
Discord about the information about what they're planned for.
You go post it. Go post it.
Oh, they can see all the ideas from there.
Yeah, I like his cute little skink friends. I think this is nice. I didn't know they needed another one of these because they released that big character one, Lord Croak or whatever. It's like, we need another one.
He was one only. It was only you could make him as him. You couldn't multi-kit.
Okay.
Did you
speak to me about the skink riders?
Did you look at his feet?
Yes, so cute.
They're
the frog guy?
The frog guy, yes, they're so creepy. Those absolute long, weird things.
Yes, yes, they look very good. Those are great. Okay, speak to me about these skink riders. Simon, go.
Love them.
No, wait, Simon went first. Wait. Marco, go.
Yeah, I'm not sure as Simon. I don't like the riders. I like how outrageous the steeds are. Are they wearing masks? I'm not sure. The masks confuse me.
No, I think that's supposed to be the steeds are just, that's their natural head, I think, but it does look like a mask. You're right.
Yeah. And that's why I love them, because they remind me of piranhas.
Okay.
Ah, the heads. Yeah. They look like piranhas, yeah.
And yes, it looks like they're wearing masks because they have this weird things on the jaws.
Yeah.
But I also think that they would look different with a different paint job. Again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Right. I think that, okay, first of all, the first thing I noticed about these were the terrible faces on the skinks. Like, why do they have those big fat jawbones? Like this guy in particular, it just looks like super geometric, like a Lego block. I like their shields and their sigils. I like how ostentatious the head of the beast is, but it doesn't. Something about proportions don't work for me. Like when this was another one of the previews, and when they showed this thing in profile, the tail looked like it made sense, the legs looked like it made sense, and then it looked like the front end had like hit a brick wall or something.
All
Like,
right, I'm going to drop.
it feels like there should be more.
I'm dropping some
Yeah.
lore on you very quickly about the lizardmen. You've got two different types of lizardmen. One which have been, yep, we're living on the planet and everything, which sprouts more jungles and shit. And the other one, which is the slan of like, oh yeah, I remember these, and they've conjured them up from their dreams. So basically, you can get away with saying the slan didn't remember properly how their faces were. That's why they're like that.
Oh my god, that is the laziest, crappiest excuse. I'm sorry, I know you're trying to explain it, but if that's what someone's going to tell me, oh, yeah, there's some space gods, and they didn't really know how like proportions would go. So what I'm talking about is like the old skinks used to be so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scroll down to the stories quickly. Yeah, this image, the design, how they painted it. The one on the left is basically the whole. Yeah, this is the guys where we've brought them back from our dreams. This is our psychic power, magic stuff inside them doing it all.
Ridiculous.
And the one on the right is the whole. Yeah, these are naturals from the spawning pools. Best bit is they haven't actually done nipples on these guys. They actually did do nipples on some of them, and lizardmen have never had nipples.
So the one thing, I like these a lot more until I paid close attention and I looked at this bit right here. If you look at the blue source's foot on the rock,
yeah,
what the hell is going on there?
I mean the toe, the tiny toe.
Yeah, it's just it's no, it's just like the sculpting is so rough. It looks geometric. It doesn't look organic.
Oh, yeah, but that's what they do.
I don't know. Anyway,
no going into it.
It works on the green dude though.
They have it on NIDS
green
as well.
dudes. I like that color.
I've seen it on NIDS. It's on like it's not just NIDS. It's also on the Maw Crusher. They've got that where the nail or what the claw bit comes out from. They always have like a little bit of a ridge around it. It's just Workshop's design aesthetic.
Okay.
The glowy dude looks like straight from a Blizzard.
Yes, or
game.
Godzilla or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. My point of these,
okay.
they're going to be toolkits, the skink riders, straight up.
Yeah, they say that. They say that they're going to be these guys with the javelins. There's going to be these guys that go up and smash face. And like I was going to say, I like the weird weapons that they're doing for the
space weapons.
Seraphon now.
Yeah,
and I like the like weird sigils, like even the imagery on their shields, the sigil that the Saurus guy is carrying.
Space shield.
Got a little bit of. It looks kind of weirdly like there's some Necron shit going on in there. Yeah. But that stuff's cool. The Saurus are okay. Their bodies look okay. Their heads are a little rough, but I think they're better.
They did need an update, full stop. They needed an update. And I like the fact they've got shields because I can nick the shields from my Cursed Company ones without having to muck about with cutting hands out, which makes it so much easier.
There you go.
I love the
and they did
love the heads.
Simon, go.
Love the heads though.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, because they made them smaller and have like move the whole face up front, and I think that gives them a complete new look without changing everything completely around.
Better proportioned.
Yeah.
And then they also said that there's going to be more Seraphon. This is just the beginning, so that's pretty cool. And then, like, what the hell is up with Age of Sigmar? How could they release 5 books in the spring? Like, they're just photocopying these things and throwing them out there.
Because Age of Sigmar hasn't had like a big chunk of release because they mainly focused on 40k because 40k is coming up towards 10th edition, which will bring us hopefully into our Tyranid rumours. Hopefully.
Okay. Does anyone want to talk about the big penis enlargement that Space Marines are going to get?
Nope.
You mean
triple barreled penis enlargement? No, I mean the triple barreled penis enlargement in the form of the Cerberus.
No.
Whatever tank.
Okay. 3 very quick things. It's heresy, it's on the Spartan chassis, and it's in plastic, and you don't have to go to Forge World to get one anymore. That's it done.
Marco, you want to say anything? You're someone who seems to like Space Marines.
No.
Simon?
Looks stupid.
Okay, on to the good shit. Yeah, the thing we all knew were coming because of like the doggy and because of the silhouettes and stuff. Arbites! Woo!
I actually do
All right,
like
this
the
is good.
Arbites. You can make a
Okay, we got to
riot
be
squad.
quick.
You can make a
Yeah,
riot squad.
riot squad.
Don't have to go to Artle to get them anymore. They made some great models, though. They did. But my only thing is, why the hell are they in a space Hulk? It makes no sense. Apart from that, I
They
love
said
the
it's a
fact
prison barge. It's like a prison barge that crashed or some shit.
They're
Yeah,
hunting
Disney can't
Riddick
get through it.
or someone like him.
They're hunting Riddick. Marco, what do you say?
I'm in love. Actually, I mean, I have a special connection to the Arbiters because I used to paint them for Specialist Games back in the day. And yeah, well, I see why some people say their helmets are too close to the sisters. But the way the armor is done, the way the armor is layered over the uniform, the details, the options, it's all perfect for me, actually. The outrageousness of the speaker, of the leader, it's all...
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
I do like how they've moved away from the Judge Dredd sort of aesthetic to them. They've actually made them their own models. They've not based it off. They've taken what they had before, but made it their own now, and I really do like it.
Yep.
And I do like the fact they've got so many different options, like, and the fact they're going to be in plastic. I've wanted Arbites for ages, like back when they were metal, but I couldn't afford them because I was a kid. And now they're in plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Simon?
I'm not David. They're not Misters of Battle.
Yeah, okay. Simon, what do you think?
I kind of like them. Not super excited about them, but they're kind of cool. They're not going to get my cult nonetheless, whatever they do.
Yeah. Nice. I think they're pretty cool. Brother Pink is obsessed with Arbite, so hopefully he's excited about them. I recently between the Bolter and me, they're really big on reviewing like firearms in 40K and like if something's like a good firearm, and they reviewed the whatever it is, the thing that had the crude in it, Into the Dark, Into the Deep, that box, and they were talking about how bad the breacher. Yeah, they were talking about how bad the breacher shotguns are in that. These like huge shoe boxes. But I think that these shotguns could be a lot worse. Like Games Workshop does some really weird ass shotguns, and these ones are pretty cool. They're big, but not too huge.
Yeah.
I hate the sniper rifle because it doesn't look like a sniper rifle. It's way too chunky. And same with the heavy weapon. It's way too chunky. And I don't get if they have like little shotgun pistols. They look weird. But otherwise, I think they're really cool. But guys, ladies, gentlemen, are you ready for it? We are
the Dark Antler.
Almost an hour and a half. Oh shit! Okay, you want to talk about the dog here?
Well, we should talk about the
There's
dog.
a dog.
There's a dog.
Well,
you
have a guy with a gimp mask. You have one arm with manacles, and you have one arm with a leech, and you can have a flash hound pet for him.
I don't know if we're allowed to say gimp.
We have.
Oh, I know how Marco's equipping his, and then Marco, you got these stun prods with the. Okay, I know how Marco's equipping his Arbites. Okay, enough of that nonsense, guys, ladies, gentlemen. It's been almost an hour and an hour and a half, and we have finally reached the XENOS portion of the preview. I was gonna say that Seraphon are technically XENOS, because they're the Slan are like the old ones, and they're like space, like that big frog thing we saw was called like a space something, Star Master. So they're technically XENOS something. But now we have the real deal XENOS, some Dark Eldar.
Yeah.
How do we feel?
It's an upgrade screw. I don't like it.
Hey, Simon, go ahead.
They came to disappoint. Seriously, they look like a box of Dark Eldar.
Yeah, and they are.
Yeah, nothing exciting about them. I feel like you could build them from a box.
Yes, Marco?
I agree.
Yes, well, let's not get spoiled here. The design is still great. Dark Eldar look awesome, and the details are nice, but Thing is, when I see a kill team like the Crude or the
Yeah.
Arbor, it's just such a big difference when you just get an add-on sprue.
But that's what they're doing
And
with all the boxes. One side you get a whole new unit or redo. The other side, it's an upgrade sprue.
They
Yeah.
also
So
included the most stupid Jesus head.
which one's
The
that?
Weeping one
The
can't
one with
find
the thorn crown.
with Thorn.
Oh yes, the helmet with the thorn crown. Yeah.
Which was that one?
The guy in the back here with the in the picture with the guy throwing the lady throwing the gas grenades with the stinger gun. The
Yeah,
one in the back with the splinter pistol, that's the crown of it's a crown of thorns head. I don't know why they made it, but that's a classic head. That's not new. That's old.
Yeah.
it's
And they had the chance to make something different and cool, and they decided to go with that.
it's
As the one person here who like am I the only one who well Simon did a little bit of Dark Eldar in his day.
I did 4,000 points of Dark Eldar.
Simon did a
Technically,
lot more Dark Eldar than me in his day.
I have a Yannari force, so I've got Dark Elder thrown into
That's
it. I've done
no,
Vex.
you don't. You have Yannari. If you wanted to be a real Dark Eldar player, you'd play Dark Eldar, not Yannari.
I know. I'm modeling. Yeah, and I've got the two. How many Vex have you got?
So I have none because I have a homunculus Coven army.
I have
So what
two.
I wanted to say about these from Dark Eldar is that looking at these models, I saw this, I was like, cool, okay, I'm excited for this. This guy here, kind of confused. I don't know if he's a rack. He's got all the rack weapons. He's got like a rack cloak thing. He's got a rack head, but he's a warrior. But like the leader mostly looks like what comes out of the box with a fancy head. But as you go through these, every one of these other pictures, one of the models has conversion bits from a sprue. The other one, completely stock. Look here, conversion bits from a sprue on the guy with the stinger. Other guy, completely stock. Next, Flappy Birdie Boy, bits from a conversion sprue. Other guy, completely stock. And then Crown of Thorns, completely stock, whereas the other lady is flipping off gas grenades with a gun. So this is, even though this is a conversion sprue, it's not much of a conversion sprue. So it does, as Marco said, these are beautiful models. These are still beautiful models. These are about 10 years old, a little more than 10 years old. But they still hold up very well. I just wish that they'd done a little more with the conversion sprue than here's some random helmetless heads and here's some like witch weapons.
Yeah.
What I will
Like
give them, though,
what they should have done, there should have been 4 blasters on the sprue so that people can make Cabalite Trueborn. There should be a bunch of those like those smooth masks that everyone wants to steal from the witches. Like you know what people want from Dark Eldar. Instead, it's just like here's some randomness.
what I will give them though is I've built a unit of Cabalite warriors. I'm looking at these. I have no clue what is upgrade sprue and what is standard sprue.
This is why I am the Dark Eldar expert, because I can tell you what's upgrade sprue and what's standard sprue. But yeah, I wanted more. There's cool stuff, but I wasn't expecting much.
Now we have
But we got
XENOS.
XENOS.
Shall we go for Tyranid rumours?
No, because that's a whole we don't have 8 minutes. I have 3 minutes. I have 2 minutes.
You said 20 plus. It was the latest.
No, I said 15.
Oh.
So I'm done. Look, we made it. So Marco, if I held a gun to your head and I asked you to pick your favorite model or kit or whatever they showed in this preview, what would it be?
Yep. I would love to say Arbiters, but it would be the Slam.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's surprising.
Yep.
Simon, if I forced you, what would you say is your best?
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was the first picture I saw of the whole release quotation marks, and it really got me excited to see what the rest would look like. And then I went back and marveled a little longer at the Slan too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Flynn, what are you saying?
To be honest, if the Slan wasn't there, I would have gone with the Redemptor Dreadnought. But it has to be.
That was your favorite model?
Really?
Because
Are you even on this stream? You picked a Space Marine?
No. You're thinking for that. I've had a plan of a Hive Tyrant drop kicking a Dreadnought for over 10 years. And that model is the perfect one to drop kick.
your favorite model of this preview is basing material.
No. The
Is that what you're telling me?
Slan. No, the favorite one is the Slan. If the Slan wasn't
you almost
there,
picked a Dreadnought.
Flynn is
it
acting
would have been a
strangely.
Dreadnought.
Marco,
Yeah.
what?
Flynn is acting strangely. That's a quote.
No,
Flynn
it's
is acting
Jones is actually
strangely.
strangely.
Drink. It was up in the air for me. I was trying to pick from a bunch of different things, but I'm gonna pick this Wolf Boy. Vampire mid-transition Wolf Boy lady thing. I just think that's a crazy beautiful model.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
But there's other good stuff in here. Like I liked other bits and bobs, and the Arbites are pretty cool, but I really like this one.
Was a good preview.
Well, yeah, it was a good preview. We didn't get as much Xenos as we wanted. On the Xenos score from 0 to 10, this is like a 0.5. No, 0 to 5. We don't have we need a Xenos score.
Yeah.
What score would you give this in terms of a Xenos score, Hydra? 0 to 5. How much Xenos did we see?
0.5.
Marco.
1.5. They were Dark Elder. They were awesome. Let's not get spoiled.
Oh, wow. Okay, Flynn, 0 to 5.
1. We only had one Xenos.
Okay. I'm going to go for a 1.25 because the one Xenos is the Slan and the Seraphon, and the 0.25 is that excuse for a Dark Eldar kit.
No.
So whatever the average of that is our score, somewhere around 1 out of 5 in terms of Xenos content.
The average is 1.
There we go. Thank you, math man. So it is now a minute later than I said I was going to kill this thing. So thank you all for tuning in. I can't believe I didn't think it was going to take us this long to get through the preview. So Marco, I'm sorry we didn't talk about Tyranid rumors, but can we do it next time?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Maybe we'll have some new ones to talk about by then.
Hopefully.
Also, thanks to all the folks who were commenting just now as we were trying to do the lightning round. I'm sorry we don't have time to go through all the comments. However, I'm going to pull one at random. Games Workshop loves a tube up the nose. I agree.
Ooh, that's Grimdang.
And with that final thought, thank you for tuning in for this week's Creature Conference, the XENOS Watch. We're back for another Creature Conference in 2 weeks on Friday. Next week, we'll be doing a Work in Progress Wednesday. Maybe I'll ask Kajan, Darth Bob, and Tactical D-Bag to talk about what they thought of LVO. And you can catch us doing that on Wednesday night. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Drop a like.
Please like, ring the bell, subscribe, comment stuff. Let us know what you liked most about LVO, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bon appetit.
Want to say bye? What was that?
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Bon week.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.